on, Lucy. What do you want? Should we go? Okay, let's go. Welcome back to this week's vlog. Sorry, I think I've got last night's makeup on. I'm very tired. Hopefully you've not heard some high-pitched squealing off Jack. Just out walking him. I'm starting this week's vlog where I left off last week's. Lawrence is still in Limburg with groin strain. Both the boys are in bed. I don't know where Daxter is. Oh, he's here. It's a massive plane. Daxter also likes to walk with us. I have got Jack's leash, but there's nobody around, so I figured I'd leave him off. Yeah, I'll just show you. This is quite pretty. This is a typical Dutch canal. This is the one behind my house that freezes in the winter. Some of you might have witnessed a really, really dodgy video of me skating many years ago. Yes, that's just with us. I've got a poop bag just in case. And yeah, no plans today. Lawrence might come back home. He's in Limburg. We'll see. He can drive. He's just the walking's not great. And then this evening or late afternoon, I'm going to my friend's birthday party. Right, I'm keeping an eye on this dog now because he's starting to go in people's gardens and I don't want people shouting at me. Petrol light came on in the car last night on the way home, so I figured I better fill it now. Otherwise I'll forget and then it'll be Tuesday. I'm going to realise I need the car because I'm going to work. So I need milk for the kids anyway, so I have to pop out. There's a market on in our town centre today. The geranium market. But it's just a huge market, but the local growers sell their geraniums. Apparently it's the season for it, but I'm not going. Normally I'd cycle there, but I can't cycle. It hurts my shoulder, you know, in like that position with the handlebars. And what started happening is my left hand goes completely numb. So. And Lawrence has taken the small car to Limburg. Wheel spin. So trying to park the Chevy in the middle of town on a busy market day will just be near impossible. So I'm like, do you know what? I can't even be bothered. I'm in one of those sort of meh kind of moods. Pleasant meh, but still can't be bothered. Lawrence has had a horrible night's sleep, which I thought he would, and he's sticking around. I think somebody's dug out a chair for him to watch a few of the matches, and then he's heading home. I think he said he was going to leave about 4:30ish. So he said he's okay to drive. It's walking that he can't hear. I hope you can hear. I've got it's walking that he can't do. I hope you can hear. My gosh, I can't even speak. I've got the windows open because the car was like an oven. It's really, really nice here. I forgot to check what the temperature was. Sunglasses. You would have noticed in last week's vlog, I've got both my good pairs back. Let's see how long I keep them for. The last rays of sun in the corner of the garden, but I couldn't speak to you there because I was blinded. Excuse my appearance. I've just showered, even though it is the evening. I've given myself a really good facial. It's Mother's Day here in the Netherlands and other places around the world, not in the UK. And let's just say I had a very good time last night at the party. Probably too much of a good time. So I've had a very quiet day. I don't know where I go to, what I've told you. So Lawrence made the party. He drove back from Limburg. He's in a lot of pain. He can walk, but he's like limping, you know. But he said he's going to rest it for a few weeks. And I don't think they had any chance of winning the tournament anyway. So he arrived at the party, well, it was a good few hours in, but I was really happy to see him because it was mainly couples, although, you know, the majority of them I know. But yeah, it was really good fun. Eliane's husband Paul hired a singer for her, although, you know, it was all in Dutch. And some of it was like traditional Dutch music, and I have no idea about that stuff. It's like old-fashioned cabaret music. The Dutch love all that, like the umpire band and the like the crooners. They love the old crooners. And some of it were he was singing, like he sang "Hot Chocolate, You Sexy Thing" in Dutch. So I sort of knew the melody, but not the words. But it was really good fun. He was a good singer, the guy. I don't know how much of the footage I would have inserted at this point because, yeah, you have to respect people's privacy. So yeah, it was really good fun. I didn't get home particularly late. I think it was about midnight. I was done in. I think because it started at 4:30. We had a barbecue. So yeah, it was really good fun. And then Joshua had, oh, there's loads of little flies. Joshua had locked himself out, so he turned up at one point. But all his mates were there because that's how I know Eliane and Paul, because Josh and her son Quinton went to like baby daycare together. So from they were like 1 year old, and when they moved here, they were in the first phase of all the new houses, so there wasn't many kids or people around in the area then. So we've been friends, gosh, for like 18 years now. So in case you didn't know, Eliane's the one I'm going to Ibiza with. It was her 52nd birthday today, and we're going to Ibiza for her 50th. Good old COVID. Anyway, Lawrence was really sweet. The kids had got me some roses and tulips and some chocolate. And he made bacon butties, bacon sandwiches this morning. Fortunately, couldn't really eat them all because I felt a little bit delicate. But I'm feeling good now, but we're both tired. I mean, I'm just knackered because, yeah, I partied a bit too hard, and he's tired because of the tournament. I hope I'm not shaking the camera. It's a bit wonky. But I said to him, oh, you know, I just don't know what to do for dinner. And he said, yeah, I'll make something. I said, no, let's not a takeaway for ages. So we've ordered Chinese. We've got like rice tafel. What would that, like a banquet? But from our local one, it's like loads of food. So we just ordered it for 2 people. And it's for the 3 of us. William's working till, I think, 9 or 10 tonight. And then tomorrow it's all, you know, back school, work, college and all the rest of it. So, yeah, my 1 week's over. Hope you enjoyed last week's vlog. It's very quiet. I mean, we didn't do much in terms of getting out and about, but it was fine. It was good. I enjoyed it. I rested. I must say, up to now, my shoulder feels not too bad. So I'm taking that as a really good sign. Anyway, I'm going to go and dig out some cutlery now. Jack loves the sun. I actually lay out here this morning in the shade because it was red hot. And I put a sound bath on my Spotify, which is like, it's like those like Tibetan meditation bowls, you know, where they go bing, and it makes like the, what are they called? Not binary sounds, I can't think of the word of it. Anyway, I put one of them on for an hour and I just was like out for the count, so it was really good. Anyway, where's Dad? He's not here yet. He's not here yet. He's coming in a minute. Oh, I keep getting an electric shock off him, off this sofa. I think because he's like an outdoor rug on the ground and it's nylon. Anyway, I'm starting to go into waffle mode now. Yeah, let's see what the week brings, and hopefully I'll have a good night's sleep and be feeling fresh as a daisy tomorrow. I'm working from home tomorrow, and then I'll go into the office on Tuesday. Apparently it's going to be great weather here, and I heard we're expecting a heat wave by at the end of the month. Let's see, hope so. Time to get another kiddie paddling pool. Oh, it's ages since we've had a car chat. It feels like that way for me. It's really strange weather here. It's not cold, it's quite nice temperature, looking up there, but there's a lot of cloud coverage, but not like fluffy clouds. The sky's white, and then there's this one little sort of bright chink in the sky where the sun's clearly trying to shine through. I hope it makes it out. It'd be nice to go out for a walk in my lunch break. I'm going froggy again. I don't remember when I last had a chat on camera. I really don't remember. Yesterday I worked from home. My gosh, it was so busy. I literally didn't stop. It was like back to back to back to back meetings, but I was really strict with myself and others. And I made sure I took a lunch break. I made sure I did, because I could feel my shoulder was starting to get a little bit like, you know, the muscles were getting tight. So it is getting better. It isn't better, but it is slowly getting better. So still not done any knitting or crochet, which is fine. It is what it is. But I had to laugh in the morning. So I was home alone yesterday, and my cleaning lady was here, and it was, I don't know, about 10ish. So I really need a coffee before my next meeting. So I popped downstairs, and there was a big pool of cat vomit on the doormat in the hallway, and I was like, no. And I'm not gonna let her do that. That's awful. I would never dream of asking her to do that. So I thought, you know what, it's such a nice day. I just picked the doormat up, and I thought I'll scrub it down and throw it in the back garden. And she was downstairs, and I said, oh, sorry. I had to do sign language. I said, downstairs. And she said, yeah, table. And she pointed to the kitchen. And there was another pile under the table. I was like, no. So my quickly popping downstairs for a coffee turned out to be mopping up, you know, two piles of cat vomit. How lovely. And Dax as well. Oh, please, that mummy's there to give him a pet. Ooh, it was fur balls. I said to Lawrence, he needs a really good brush. Not brushed him properly for ages. He just gets like a little sort of, you know, brush because he likes it, but he needs a real good, you know, good brush. Anyway, I thought I'd just share that with you. Anyway, so my lunch break, I did a thing. Firstly, I've noticed I've been a little piggy and eating way more food than I need to be doing on my lunch break. And what weight I did lose is starting to creep. It's not all back on me, but it's creeping back up. And I was like, no, come on, Dawn, you've got to do something about that. So I halved my lunch portion. It was really good. I had a bread roll, which shouldn't be having carbs, but anyway, I had a bread roll with a mashed avocado and a boiled egg, and it was delicious. But I did the bread rolls, you know, in the 2 halves, so it felt like I was, you know, eating more than I actually had. I thought I was going to get stuck on a crossroads. And then, so on Saturday at the party, I danced a lot, like a lot, as much as my joints can allow me to dance. Some people would say it wasn't dancing, but for me it felt like I danced. And I really, really enjoyed it. I love to dance, I love it. And I thought, you know what, I've gone through the burn now. Sunday, oh my gosh, I felt like I danced a lot. My feet were sore, my hips were sore, my knees were sore, everything was sore. So I thought, do you know what, I've done that horrible sort of, that burn, you know, the first time you go back to the gym when you've not been for ages. I thought, I've done that, you know, I've got through it. So I put on YouTube. I'll try and remember to find the link if anyone's interested. I found this channel, and it was a 15-minute Zumba class, for beginners. And I'm not sure if the lady is Indian who does it, and she's got she has a photo of her that she did, you know, for weight loss. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. And I tell you what, it really was for beginners, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I just really liked this lady. I thought she came across really well on camera. And I did the full 50 minutes, and my gosh, I was like, I felt it. I was sweating. That yellow sign said this was closed from the 28th of May to the something of June. Oh no, what are you doing? Sorry. This idiot man. Someone needs to lie down bicycles, and he decides, rather than pedal, he walked himself across the road, so he's lying down doing this with his feet. And anyway, I couldn't slow down for him. I thought the truck coming the other way was going to squash him. Sorry, waffle mode. I'm driving through Amsterdam, boss, in case you're wondering. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and my gosh, I did feel like I'd done a cardio, but so I was sweating and I was really like, I was like a tomato. But I'm not aching today, so I'm like, okay, that's a really good sign. So what I've decided to do is, on my days I'm working from home, so Monday and Wednesday, I'm gonna do one of these Zumba classes. It's just a 10-minute one as well, which I don't know, I went straight into the 15-minute, which I'm happy I did. And then I'll do, you know, one, you know, over the weekend. So I'll try and do 3 a week and see how I get on. It can't hurt, can it? I'm desperate to start exercising again, that much is clear. So yeah, really, really enjoyed it. And I tell you what, I couldn't do all the moves, you know, and my timing was way off. If anybody had looked through the window, they'd have probably wondered what was going on. But you know, the main thing is, I really enjoyed it. And when I'd finished, even though I was like puffing away, I had a big smile on my face. I felt like my energy was really good. So yeah, if you fancy doing something, I recommend that. Even if you don't want to do that, you know, oh sorry, going over the speed things. Even if you don't want to do like a Zumba class, you know, even if your mobility's not good, there's loads of stuff like you know, armchair exercises and stuff like that. I don't know, if you've been feeling a bit sort of nah, you know, your energy's low, or you don't, you know, you're not feeling like you want to move, I can heartily recommend that you try something like that from YouTube. There's loads of stuff there, and it's for free, you know. Give it a go. If you give it a go, let me know. I'd love to hear. So yeah, I'm gonna try and keep that up, you know. I'm just keep remembering how it made me feel, and it made me feel really good. And I was laughing, and you know, I was probably laughing at how ridiculous I look, but it doesn't matter, I was laughing. So yeah, that's what I got up to yesterday. Oh, and then this is really long waffle. I was working, and then I got an app off William. I'm going out on the boat. So I was like, okay. Didn't think anything of it. Oh no, I'm stuck behind a truck now. And I think I've clocked off, I don't know, it was about 6ish. And I came downstairs and I thought, right, it's going to be a late dinner. Well, I turn it off. Yay, it was a tractor. I thought I'm going to do spaghetti and meatballs. That's what was on the menu last night. Nobody was home. Anyway, eventually my phone rings. It's William. The boat won't start. It's like, well, where are you? He was at the lake. So I said, well, I can't do anything about that. Yeah, but where's Dad? I said, I don't know. He's probably coming home from work. So I said, you've probably just flooded the motor. So anyway, then Joshua comes home. It was like 7, and me and Josh ate together. Finally, Lawrence comes home, and he said, "Oh, let me go out." Anyway, he went over to the boat, and indeed, he'd flooded the motor. So he got that all sorted out. Luckily, he wasn't like out on the lake. Otherwise, I don't know what he would have done. We could have found a few friends who've got boats to go and tow him in. But anyway, Lawrence come home. He ate, and then this was like 8 o'clock. And then it was like 8:15. And I said to Lawrence, where is he? He should be home by now. Anyway, he came home at gone 9 o'clock last night. The engine had cut out again. I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing, clearly. So he ate really, really late. And he was frozen. So I said, no, you're not going out on it again in the school night. Apparently, he'd asked Lawrence's permission. He just at me and said, I'm out on the boat. By which point, it was too late, because for me, he'd already gone. But he'd actually called Lawrence and asked permission. He said, yeah. So I said, no. He can only go on the boat at the weekends when, there's somebody around to help him. Because he's just not experienced enough. And also, our motor does need a service. So, yeah. That was a bit of a funny night. Sorry, I'm putting my foot down here to get past this scooter. It's so annoying that I sound like a right victim, Algernon. It's so annoying that these scooters come through the box because they can't physically get up to the speed limit. It's 60 along here, and a lot of them only have a top speed of 50. So if you get stuck behind one, then you've got like 20 cars all queued up behind them. God, I'm moaning. So yeah, last night was a bit of a strange one. That's the thing I've been watching. So we finished watching the last season of Sex and the City. I can't remember what it's called. The latest one. Thoroughly enjoyed it, even though the Daily Mail, it was slated a little bit, so it sort of put me off watching it. But both Lawrence and I binge watched it, and we really enjoyed it. So I recommend that, especially if you watched all the, the original ones. And then this is on HBO Max. I started watching The Gilded Age. It's by the I think it's the same writer or maker of Downton Abbey. I can't remember his name now. Darren something or other. And it's about so it's a period drama, obviously. I think probably set in around the same time as Downton, or maybe a bit later. No, actually, it would be about the same time. And it's all about sort of the nouveau riche, the new versus old money in New York, up and coming railroads, industry, that kind of thing. And actually, so talking of Sex and the City, Cynthia Nixon, who plays Miranda, she's one of the lead roles in The Gilded Age. So yeah, I recommend that. I think I've watched the first 2 episodes. It's a new show. I think it's new from either last year or this year. So I'm hoping it's not going to be a flash in the pan kind of thing. Please just block the road. you know, Crossroads in the Netherlands, they don't have, like we have them in the UK. I'm talking to the Brits here. Let me know if you have them in your country. At Crossroads, you have grids painted on the road, and you're not allowed to stop on a grid, meaning you can't block the crossroads, and they don't exist here. So everybody blocks the crossroads. It's on my third moan already, probably. Sorry. Hope you're all doing something nice while I'm here moaning and waffling. Yeah, so I've started watching that, and I've said to Lawrence, we'll watch that together. Quite enjoyed that. And then the other thing I watched on Sunday, oh, I love it so much, is the little the miniature dollhouse show that's on in the UK on a Sunday night. Sandy Toksvig, I can't say her name. She's the host, and it's the final next Sunday. I can't wait. It's been so good. I've learnt loads from it. I've not missed one. It's been really good. An interesting fact, one of the semi-finalists who went out on Sunday, Michael, I follow him on Instagram, but that's not what I'm gonna share with you. I follow his mum on Instagram, and his dad is the one who makes these really cute fairy tale doll houses. And if you follow Jeanette Crafty Clegs, you might know I wanted one of these fairy tale doll houses because my Instagram friend Claire, she's got one. Oh, she's had it years, and she put me in touch with the guy who makes them, hand makes them, and he makes them to order. He doesn't have a stock, and you have to wait a long time for them. He's in. Is he in Castleton? Oh my gosh, this traffic. So I was trying to arrange that I get one of these doll houses made for me, and then, you know, drive over and pick it up, and I just couldn't make it work logistically. Anyway, blah 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 blah. I recommended him to Jeanette, and Jeanette ended up buying her dollhouse from him. And I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, sorry, sneezing. And when she got the dollhouse, she got one of the as a gift, one of the pumpkins made by Michael, who's a semi-finalist of the show, whose name I can't remember. that was a long waffle. I love it. It's a little loads. I tell you what, my when my shoulder and neck's better, I'm itching to get back in there, because they did a nursery in the show, and I got some ideas for it, and the nursery was the next room I was going to tackle. Incidentally, I think at the end of the month I'm going to a dollhouse fair. Antoinette, I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, as I said, I'm stuck in traffic. I don't know what's going on. I haven't put my Google Maps on, so I was just going to go the regular route. It's just as well I did drive through Amsterdam, suppose, because at least I've not been stuck in the motorway queue for kilometres. I've cut out that bit at least. I don't know what's going on here. This is ridiculous. There's probably an accident. Right, I'm going to put my Google Maps on and see what's happening. Bite to eat, just one bread roll, and I've just done another Zumba, which was really good. And actually, I don't know if I'm just imagining things, but it did feel slightly easier. Take that as a good sign. I think I'll do another one over the weekend, so I'll try and do like three a week. As well as, you know, just reducing food, because yeah, I was getting so annoyed that I was gaining all that weight back on that I'd lost. I'm determined not to let that happen. we've had a little reset. And this lettuce is a bit past it. It's my short day today. I haven't got any plans. And William's took my bike. So I can't even go out for a little cycle. Although saying that, my the pinched nerve's still not, it's not comfortable being on a bike, you know. Get pins and needles. I'm trying to get to the core of this lettuce so I can get some good stuff before I go in the green bin. So when I got home from work yesterday, Lawrence was working from home because he'd been to physio, and he's shown me the back of his leg, behind his thigh. He's got a bruise that big from where he's torn the muscle. So he's lucky. The physio said it's she did dry needling. She said it's not like a really bad injury, but for sure for 2 to 3 weeks, no sport. So, but he can walk and stuff. He just can't do anything strenuous. But gosh, yeah, I think he got a shock when he saw the bruise. He hadn't noticed it, and I hadn't seen it. Anyway, it's a bit windy today. I think I might sit in the back garden, because at the end of the garden where the sofa is, it's like a little sun trap. But yeah, it's quite windy. And yesterday I was having this really, I think it was like an allergic reaction to like a pollen, like maybe a tree pollen. But when I was talking for a while, just started getting this like irritation here. And then I'd start this like uncontrollable dry cough. It was awful. And I've only had it once today. But I've been taking my echinacea and magnesium today. So we'll see if that's sort of fending anything off, if it is a bug. I'm convinced it's pollen, or if not pollen, what do they call it? Pollution. I don't know if it's going to rain. There's a big grey cloud over there. Anyway, I'm going into waffle mode already. I've made my sandwich. Today I'm having an open ham and lettuce sandwich with a little bit of mayo on it and a coffee. I hope you can hear me. I'm just unloading the dishwasher. Well, trying to. My neck is killing me. Yesterday was the day from hell. Firstly, I left my house at 8:15 to go to work, and I got in work at 10 o'clock. It was awful, which you can imagine did nothing for my neck and shoulder. You've probably gathered our cars are stick shift manual. And then to top it all, I got stuck on the only route to my office. So I was on a road. I couldn't turn off, turn around, nothing. And it was if I had managed to get off somehow, I would have had to have driven right the way round the other side of Amsterdam. So I was literally stuck on this road. And then I was stuck on a crossroads, and what do you think happened? There was road rage, with not with me, because I left enough of a gap. There was a van in front of me, and then a big truck, not a truck, like a people carrier, also turning, and then I was here, and then a car trying to come across, and the van couldn't squeeze through, so this guy starts beeping, and the guy in the van opened his door, and then they were all a lot of gesturing. I didn't understand it because it was all in Moroccan. Both the drivers who got out of the cars were Moroccan, and I think they're a little bit more expressive than Dutch people are, let's say it that way. And then they were chest bumping and poking each other in the face, and one of them was like, hit me, and then it was just awful. And then the other van driver, the people carrier guy, I think he was the taxi driver, he got out, also Moroccan. He's in the middle of the three of them. Then the three of them were all And then they all go back to the cars. Something happened, and they all got back out again. This was going on like on the bonnet of my car. I was like, ooh. I didn't even have the sense to film it. Would have been great content for you guys. It was very stressful. Anyway, eventually, you know, the posturing was over, and everybody got in the car and cars, and then it started moving. But yeah, you can imagine. By the time I got in work, I was like not happy. Anyway, something else happened yesterday and I'm so upset because it's happened to me, and I'm normally really super careful with this stuff. I find myself in the horrible situation of I'm like 99.9% certain I've been scammed. I'm going to my friend's birthday in Malta in June from Michelle. She lives there. She's English. We've been school friends since we were 7. But her mum's Maltese. So anyway, they've all sort of moved back to Malta over the years. Anyway, and Malta's not really a holiday destination for the Dutch people. So it's very expensive to get from the Netherlands to Malta. And especially, it's like a long weekend break. That's what we're looking for. Just the two of us, Lawrence and I. And I've been searching for weeks. Anyway, finally I found direct flights, good price, all secure payment, did it with a credit card, great, booked it. And then it said within 24 hours of receiving the payment, you'd get confirmation. So yesterday I'm checking my email, and as the day wore on, I got this like creeping feeling. And then eventually I got home in the evening, and I was like, So I went online, which I should have done beforehand, because I've never used this travel agency before. And I've used a lot of online travel agencies over the years. And the reviews it was everywhere. Scammers, same story as mine, booked, received the reservation email, but not the e-tickets, and the reviews were just shocking. I'm very happy to name and shame them. They're called Dream World Travel. Go and Google them, you'll be shocked. I'm so mad at myself. Anyway, called the credit card company. Yeah, they've taken the payment off. Like, went out straight away. Called Air Malta, which is supposedly where the tickets were booked, and they said, yeah, it's really strange. So I paid for 2 economy tickets. This travel agency has made a booking for 2 business class seats in our names, but they haven't completed the booking. And the guy at Air Malta was like, this is really strange, because the minute they received our payment, the Air Malta guy said they would have just paid for the ticket straight away. That's common practice. And I just got this creeping feeling. Anyway, I've got to fill a form in with the credit card company because they're not coming. And what I've seen, it's a pattern, is they make a provisional booking with whatever airline. So they get the screenshot. You get, they've got the confirmation from Air Malta. It's on their official letterhead. With a barcode. There's a code that you can check. So it all looks legit, but it's just a provisional booking. So it fools you into thinking that it's booked, because it's standard practice. I get them all the time. If you book with EasyJet or KLM or wherever, first I get the reservation confirmation, and then I get a separate email, maybe a few days later, with the e-tickets. So, and then the other thing was that identical to what happened to us, they've reserved seats that would be impossible to purchase from the airline at that price. Because we spoke to Air Malta, and the guy, what we paid, the guy said no. He said even with special travel agency rates, you know, we wouldn't have sold them that cheap. And it said on the reservation that they were economy. Anyway, so we're trying to sort that out. Lawrence is going to sit on the phone all morning because he's working from home, so he can just dial in, let that call run from our home phone number and see if they pick up. I doubt it. So I'm just mad. I'm so mad. So we're frantically trying to find alternative flights. But the problem is I can't get a reasonable direct flight from the Netherlands. At least one of the either outgoing or incoming flights is a connecting flight. So you're looking at like a 9 to 12 hour travel time. It's ridiculous, but it's just not a holiday destination for the Dutch. So that's why it's so difficult. I've even looked at, you know, driving over to the UK and flying out from, you know, Luton seems to be a cheaper airport. But yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, we're having a rethink, but I'm just so mad. Today, going to the physio at 9. It's 7:15 here. My neck's killing me. I think because I've been on the laptop quite a lot this week. 9 o'clock I got physio and 10 o'clock I got the hairdressers. So I can't wait to get my hair thinned out. It's going really, I don't know, I think it's hormones and it's going like really like thick and bushy, you know. I'm getting like some of the new hairs, you know, when you get like new hairs growing through of like curly. And I had this once with Joshua. When I was pregnant with Josh, I went for a haircut and I came home and washed my hair because I wasn't happy with the way the hairdresser had blow dried it. And I put my head up and I had a full head of curls. And they were from the pregnancy hormones. I remember going in work and everyone was like, oh, Dawn, you've had your hair perm. And I was like, no, I haven't. So I don't know. My fringe is going like really thick. Like thick. I'm not adding to it. Not like adding, you know, it's not like getting further back. And I'm getting like these odd, like one stray curly hair in them. Anyway, I'm starting to waffle now. Right, I'm going to carry on unpacking the dishwasher. Make a coffee, and then I'm just gonna pop some pills and just try and chill out for a bit because my neck is like on fire. Still not been able to do any substantial knitting, well, no knitting at all, and I tried a little bit of crochet, but forget it, it doesn't feel nice to do it. Right, catch you later. Just pop into the shops. Apparently we've got no milk. Well, not my milk, everybody else's milk, cow's milk. Oh, the car's lovely, it's toasty warm. It's actually quite chilly today. It's sunny but chilly. Anyway, so I've had my hair done. Feels much better. She's took about 3 centimeters off it and thinned it, so it feels nice, you know, like it doesn't feel like that wiry sensation. And she's run another toner through it as well, so trying to sort of eventually dumb down this blonde sort of balayage effect. Oh, the scammers. So Lawrence spent over an hour and a half on the phone that was handy. There's a really strange car there. Lawrence spent an hour and a half on the phone, eventually got through, and they gave him like a whole, you know, BS story of why we'd not received the tickets yet. And he said, well, I spoke to the airline and we ain't gonna get any tickets, are we? So anyway, because I made the booking, he handed the phone to me, and it was just, you could tell this woman was just, you know, like, she's probably got a script that she was following. So I said, listen, I want a reimbursement. You've actually stolen my money now. You know, I've had legal advice. We've instructed the credit card company what you're up to. You're scamming us. And I said, and actually, I've been on, I've looked you up, and you know, you're known for it. And at this point she just put the phone down on me. I wasn't even shouting or anything. Something annoying me on my eye. I can feel like a little hair or something. So it was, I think she put the phone down like, all right, the game's up, there's no point trying to, you know, pretend, you know. But that's what I've read about them anyway. So I've just accepted it. Those particular flights, the brilliant direct flights, are gone. So we're having a look around now for others, and yeah, you know, we'll just, it's gonna be a bit of a schlep either way. And you know, with my sort of neck issue and shoulder issues, I really don't relish the thought of like traveling for, you know, 12 hours. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. I'll let you know as and when I book something. Right, I think at this point I'm going to wrap up this week's vlog, because I think I've waffled quite a lot. If you do follow me on any of the social media platforms and you've seen my post about scammers, the scammers, Dream World Travel Agency, please repost, share, spread the word, because, you know, with restrictions being lifted at the moment, it's just rich pickings for them. And if I look at Trustpilot, the reviews, they're literally coming in. There's one like every half hour of similar story to mine. So it's just so wrong. It's disgusting. Anyway, on that really cheerful note, I'm going to wrap up the vlog. Thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you're all well, and I hope you're safe, and, you know, taking care of yourself. And you know, if you have not subscribed, if you would consider doing so, that would be great. And give the video a thumbs up. A like is always nice. And if you comment below, I read every single one and usually respond. Take care. Bye.